My name is Jenny. I'm 20 years old, and this is the story of my life. When people see me today, they think I am lucky. They say I have a peaceful life and a loving husband. But my life was not always like this. For many years, I felt lonely inside my own home. When I was very young, my mother passed away. I do not remember her face very clearly, but I remember her gentle voice and the way she used to hug me. After she died, my father tried his best to take care of me. He worked very hard every day to give me food, clothes, and a safe home. For a few years, it was just the two of us. My father and I were very close. In the evenings, we often sat together at the small wooden table in our kitchen. He would ask me about school, and I would tell him everything that happened during the day. Those were peaceful days. But everything changed when I was 10 years old. One evening, my father came home with a serious look on his face. He sat down next to me and spoke gently. "Jenny," he said, "I have something important to tell you." I looked at him with curiosity. "I have decided to marry again," he continued. "I think it will be good for both of us. You will have a mother again." At first, I felt nervous, but I trusted my father. If he believed it was a good decision, I wanted to believe him too. A few weeks later, my stepmother moved into our house with her daughter. Her daughter's name was Anna. She was about the same age as me. At the beginning, everything seemed normal. My stepmother smiled a lot and spoke kindly in front of my father. She said she wanted us to be a happy family. But slowly, things began to change. When my father was at work, my stepmother's attitude became very different. Her smile disappeared, and her voice became cold. "Jenny," she would say, "clean the living room." A few minutes later, she would add, "Jenny, wash the dishes." Then, "Jenny, sweep the floor." At first, I thought she was just teaching me to help around the house, but the work never stopped. Meanwhile, Anna did almost nothing. She spent most of her time in her room playing games on her phone or talking to friends. Sometimes she watched videos all afternoon while I cleaned the house. If I asked for help, she would laugh. "That's your job," she would say lazily. My stepmother treated Anna like a princess. She bought her new clothes, shiny jewelry, and expensive shoes. Whenever they went shopping, Anna returned with colorful bags full of beautiful things. But I never received anything new. My clothes slowly became old and faded. Some of them were too small for me, but my stepmother didn't care. "You still have clothes," she would say. "Why do you need more?" Every day, my routine was the same. I woke up early in the morning before everyone else. I prepared breakfast, washed the dishes, and cleaned the house. After that, I went to the market to buy vegetables and other groceries. The bags were heavy, but I carried them home alone. Sometimes, I also carried large bottles of water for the house. My arms often hurt, and my back felt tired, but I never complained. If I complained, my stepmother would only become angry. "Stop being lazy," she would say. "You should be grateful you have a place to live." Those words hurt me deeply. Sometimes I wondered why she disliked me so much. I tried to be kind. I tried to work hard, but nothing I did ever made her happy. My father rarely saw these things. He worked long hours and often came home late in the evening. When he was there, my stepmother behaved very differently. She spoke softly and pretended everything in the house was normal. Because of this, my father believed our family was peaceful. Years passed, and life continued like this. When I turned 18, something new began to happen. One afternoon, my stepmother and Anna were sitting in the living room talking excitedly. Anna was scrolling through her phone while my stepmother looked at a colorful advertisement for a local event. "There will be a big school fair next week," my stepmother said happily. Anna looked up with interest. "Really?" "Yes," my stepmother continued. "Many families will attend. There will be music, games, and food." Anna smiled. "That sounds fun." But my stepmother had another reason for her excitement. "Anna," she said, lowering her voice slightly, "you are grown up now. It is time for you to meet nice boys." Anna laughed. "Mother!" "I am serious," she said. "Wear your best dress and go to the fair. The boys will notice you. Maybe we will find a good one for you." I was standing near the kitchen door, listening quietly while washing dishes. My heart felt strange hearing their conversation. Just then, my father entered the room. "What are you two talking about?" he asked with a smile. "The school fair?" my stepmother replied. "I think Anna should go. It will be a good place for her to meet people." My father nodded. "That sounds nice." Then he looked at me. "Jenny," he said warmly, "you should go too. It will be fun. Maybe you will meet new friends." I felt surprised. No one had invited me anywhere in a long time. For a moment, I felt a small spark of hope. I dried my hands and walked closer to them. "Can I wear a new dress?" I asked softly. "My old one is dirty and small." Before my father could answer, my stepmother suddenly laughed. "A new dress?" she said loudly. Her laughter felt sharp and cruel. "No, Jenny," she continued. "You already have clothes. Wear one of those." Anna looked at me and smirked. "Yes," she added. "Your old dress is perfect for you." My heart sank, but I didn't argue. I simply nodded. "Okay," I said quietly. A few days later, the evening of the fair arrived. Anna spent hours getting ready. She wore a beautiful white dress that shone softly under the light. Around her neck was a gold necklace that sparkled whenever she moved. My stepmother admired her proudly. "You look perfect," she said. Then she glanced at me. I was wearing my old faded blue dress. The fabric looked dull and worn. "Good enough," my stepmother said without emotion. We walked to the fair together as the sky turned orange with sunset. The fair was bright and lively. Colorful lights hung everywhere. Music played from speakers, and people laughed while walking between the stalls. Children ran around excitedly, while families talked and enjoyed food. Anna walked proudly in front of us, smiling at everyone. People noticed her immediately. "You look beautiful," some girls told her. Anna smiled proudly. I walked quietly behind her, feeling small and invisible. No one looked at me. No one spoke to me. I lowered my eyes and told myself it was okay. But then something unexpected happened. As I walked past one of the food stalls, someone suddenly spoke to me. "Hello." I looked up in surprise. Standing in front of me was a young man with kind eyes and a friendly smile. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. He looked at me again and asked gently, "What is your name?" My voice felt shy and soft. "Jenny," I answered. He smiled even wider. "Nice to meet you, Jenny." For the first time that evening, someone was looking directly at me. And for the first time in a very long time, I felt truly seen. The young man's smile was warm and friendly. I felt a little nervous because no one had spoken to me like that before. "Nice to meet you, Jenny," he said again. His voice was calm and kind. I looked down for a moment and then asked quietly, "What is your name?" My name is Daniel, he replied. Daniel looked around the fair and then back at me. It's very busy here tonight, he said with a small laugh. But you look calm. I noticed you helping an old woman carry her bags earlier. I felt surprised. You saw that? Yes, he said. You are very kind. Not many people stop to help others when they are busy having fun. His words made my cheeks feel warm. No one had ever complimented my kindness before. Before I could answer, I suddenly heard my stepsister's voice. Jenny! Anna walked toward us with an unhappy expression. What are you doing? She asked sharply. I was just talking, I said softly. Anna looked at Daniel for a moment, then turned back to me. Mother is waiting, she said quickly. We must go now. She grabbed my arm and began pulling me away. I looked back at Daniel. He gave me another gentle smile and waved goodbye. Maybe we will meet again, he said. For the rest of the evening, I could not stop thinking about that moment. Daniel was the first person who noticed me, not my clothes or my appearance, but my actions. When we returned home, my stepmother immediately asked Anna about the fair. Did you meet anyone interesting? She asked eagerly. Anna sat down with an annoyed expression. It was boring, she said. My stepmother looked disappointed. Then her eyes moved toward me. What about you? She asked suspiciously. I hesitated. I spoke to someone, I said quietly. Anna's eyes widened. Mother, it was nothing, she said quickly. But my stepmother's curiosity grew. Who was he? She asked. Just a boy at the fair, Anna replied before I could speak. My stepmother looked thoughtful for a moment. The next morning, she called Anna and me into the living room. I have an idea, she said slowly. Anna looked confused. What kind of idea? My stepmother crossed her arms and smiled slightly. Next week the fair will happen again, she said. This time we will try something different. I felt nervous listening to her plan. Anna, she continued, you will wear Jenny's old dress. Anna's face immediately filled with shock. My old dress? She said loudly. Yes, my stepmother replied calmly, and Jenny will wear your beautiful white dress. Both of us were completely surprised. Mother, why? Anna asked angrily. My stepmother lowered her voice. I want to see something, she said. Then she turned to me. Jenny, you will also wear Anna's necklace. My heart started beating faster. I did not understand what she was planning, but I knew arguing would only make things worse. So I nodded quietly. Okay. The next week passed slowly. I continued my usual work, cleaning the house, cooking meals, and carrying groceries from the market. But my mind kept thinking about the fair. What would happen if I wore Anna's dress? Would people treat me differently? Would Daniel even recognize me? Finally, the day of the fair arrived again. Anna was very unhappy wearing my old faded dress. She kept complaining while getting ready. This dress is ugly, she said. My stepmother ignored her complaints and helped me put on the white dress. When I looked in the mirror, I almost did not recognize myself. The dress was simple but elegant. The white fabric made my eyes look brighter, and the gold necklace shone softly under the light. For the first time in years, I felt beautiful. We walked to the fair again as the evening lights began to glow, but this time, everything felt different. As soon as we entered the fair, people started looking at me. Some girls whispered to each other, "Who is she?" "She looks so beautiful." A group of boys standing near the music stage turned their heads when I passed by. I felt shy and nervous, but also surprised. The same people who ignored me last week were suddenly noticing me. Anna walked beside me with an angry expression. She hated the attention I was receiving. Suddenly, I heard a familiar voice. "Jenny?" I turned around. It was Daniel. His eyes widened with surprise when he saw me. "You look amazing," he said. I felt my cheeks grow warm again. "Thank you," I replied softly. Daniel smiled and then said something that surprised me. "I want to meet your family," he said. "May I visit your home someday?" Before I could answer, Anna stepped forward quickly. "That is not necessary," she said coldly, but Daniel did not look at her. His attention remained on me. My stepmother watched the scene quietly from a distance. Her expression looked strange, almost unhappy. When we returned home that night, Anna slammed the door of her room loudly. "She stole my attention!" she shouted from inside. My stepmother did not say anything, but I could feel her anger growing. A few days later, she called me into the kitchen. "Jenny," she said, "go to the park and collect some flowers." "Flowers?" I asked. "Yes," she replied. "We need them for decoration." I felt a little uneasy, but I obeyed her instructions. The park was quiet that afternoon. The grass was still wet from the morning rain. I walked slowly across the field, looking for flowers near the trees. Suddenly, my foot slipped on the wet ground. I fell hard onto the grass. A sharp pain shot through my leg. I tried to stand up, but I couldn't. My ankle hurt badly, and tears filled my eyes. The park was almost empty. No one was near me. For the first time in a long time, I felt truly alone and scared. Then I remembered something. I took my phone from my pocket and looked at the contact list. Daniel's number was there. My hands trembled as I called him. When he answered, I tried to keep my voice calm. "Daniel, I need help." And within minutes, he was already on his way. When Daniel answered the phone, I tried to speak calmly, but my voice was shaking. "Daniel, I need help." "What happened?" he asked immediately. "I fell in the park," I said. "My leg hurts and I can't walk." "Don't move," he said quickly. "I'm coming right now." His voice sounded serious and worried. Hearing that made me feel a little safer. I sat quietly on the wet grass, holding my ankle and waiting. The park felt very large and empty. The wind moved the tree branches softly, and I could hear birds in the distance. After about 10 minutes, I saw someone running toward me. It was Daniel. He stopped in front of me, breathing a little heavily. "Jenny, are you okay?" I tried to smile, but the pain in my leg was strong. "I slipped," I said. "I think my ankle is hurt." Daniel knelt beside me carefully and looked at my leg. "It looks swollen," he said with concern. "You shouldn't walk." Before I could say anything, he gently lifted me in his arms. "You need to go home and rest," he said. I felt embarrassed and shy, but I also felt grateful. No one had ever cared for me like that before. He carried me slowly out of the park and brought me back to my house. When we arrived, my stepmother looked surprised to see Daniel carrying me. "What happened?" she asked coldly. "Jenny slipped in the park," Daniel explained calmly. "Her ankle is hurt." My stepmother looked at my leg, but did not show much concern. "You should be more careful," she said simply. Daniel frowned slightly, but did not argue. He helped me sit on the couch and brought a pillow to support my leg. "I will bring medicine," he said. That evening, he returned with food and medicine for my ankle. He also brought a small bag of fruits. "You need to rest," he told me kindly. For the next few days, Daniel visited me every afternoon. He helped me walk slowly when my ankle began to heal. Sometimes he brought soup or fresh bread. We spent time talking about many things: our childhood, our dreams, and our favorite books. I learned that Daniel worked at a small local company and enjoyed helping people in his community. Every time we talked, I felt comfortable and happy. For the first time in many years, someone was interested in my thoughts and feelings. Slowly, my ankle got better. One afternoon, while Daniel was visiting, my father came home earlier than usual. He saw me sitting on the couch while Daniel was helping me stand. "What happened here?" my father asked with surprise. I explained everything: the fall in the park and how Daniel helped me. My father looked at Daniel with gratitude. "Thank you for taking care of my daughter," he said sincerely. Daniel smiled politely. "She is a very kind person," he said. My father then turned to me. "Jenny," he said softly, "I did not realize how hard you work every day in this house." His voice sounded thoughtful. "I am proud of you. You are brave, kind, and strong." Hearing those words made my eyes fill with tears. For so many years, I had waited to hear my father say something like that. At that moment, my heart felt warm and happy. But my stepmother and Anna were not pleased. They began ignoring me even more than before. Sometimes they whispered bad things about me when other people visited. But I no longer felt hurt the same way. I had learned something important. Their words could not change who I was. Instead, I focused on my work and my studies. Meanwhile, Daniel and I continued spending time together. We walked in the park, talked about our dreams, and laughed about small things. Slowly, our friendship became something deeper. One evening, while we were sitting near the river, Daniel looked at me seriously. "Jenny," he said gently, "you are one of the strongest people I know." I looked down shyly. "You have faced many difficulties," he continued, "but you are still kind to everyone." He paused for a moment before speaking again. "I admire that about you." My heart beat faster as I listened. I realized that my feelings for him had grown into something more than friendship. I loved him. A few weeks later, my father organized a small family gathering at our house. Relatives and a few friends came to visit. My stepmother tried very hard to make Anna look perfect that evening. She bought her a new dress and styled her hair carefully. Meanwhile, she told me to wear something simple, but something interesting happened that night. When Daniel arrived, he greeted everyone politely. Then he walked directly toward me. His smile was warm and bright. "Hello, Jenny," he said. He spent most of the evening talking with me and my father. Anna looked upset, and my stepmother seemed frustrated. But Daniel did not seem to notice them. At the end of the gathering, he spoke in front of everyone. "Jenny," he said, "I want to be honest." The room became very quiet. "I like you for who you are. You are kind, hardworking, and strong." My heart was beating loudly. "I want to be with you." I felt happiness I had never felt before. My father smiled proudly. "Jenny deserves all the good things in life," he said. Months passed, and our relationship grew stronger. Then, one beautiful afternoon, Daniel asked me an important question. "Jenny," he said gently, "will you marry me?" Tears filled my eyes. "Yes," I answered. Our wedding was small but beautiful. My father stood beside me proudly, smiling with happiness. My stepmother and Anna were there too, but they remained quiet. For the first time, their opinions did not matter to me anymore. Now, my life is very different. I have a loving husband who respects me and supports me. My father and I are closer than ever before. Looking back, I realized something important. Life is not always fair. Some people may treat you badly or underestimate you. But kindness, patience, and courage can change your future. If you continue to believe in yourself and never give up, happiness will eventually find you. And that is the most important lesson I learned. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and share it with your friends. Tell me in the comments, what would you do if you were Jenny? And don't forget to subscribe to Cozy English Story for more emotional English stories that will help you improve your listening and enjoy powerful life lessons every day. See you in the next story.